Okay, when we are the first to know, that usually gives us a good reputation. That's what we want to base things off of. Being the beginners, the starters, the front runners, and the leaders. Also, um, the person who kind of stands um, with the rest of the leaders. So it's leaders upon leaders. And what we're looking for is a name, a brand, some sort of demonstration on how our product or advice is concrete. So we definitely want to speak with correct pronunciations. Um, it's okay to say mature, and it's okay to say savvy or you know stipulations and use language like that. And the reason why we use those kind of words is to persuade, which is what advertising is about. And when we persuade our audience, it's giving them the time to make up their mind. Okay. So we don't want to actually use the word persuade. Why? Because exactly. So we want to um, agree to disagree, so on and so forth. Okay, so those are the type of language.
Tristan, you have a call parked on line one. Tristan, you have a call parked on line
That's
one.
the type of language and conduct that we will introduce when we're introducing ourselves. So, besides that, um, you want to be prompt, you want to be on time, you want to be early, and you want to know your negative feedback as well as constructive criticism, and we all know about that. So we want to talk about the negative feedback. What what is our competition saying about our conduct of business? Okay, so you don't want to use words that have been sorry reused and reused and reused. And sometimes it's okay to get from one point to the next if you know you have a lot of experience under your belt. I mean, you kind of know where things are going, what it leads to. We want to participate in um, uh, business meetings, business parties. Bonuses are important. Um, a lot of people tend to write positive words on a bulletin board and stuff like that. I mean, that's good. We want to get the green cards around, and we all want to sign our name because why? We want to make sure that you're hearing from the whole um, crew. And just to wrap this up, there's the bell. Everybody, why don't we do a little homework this Friday? It'll only take about 15 minutes to do, I swear. So you got 15 minutes to wrap it up. We want to have something to say when we're asked those questions, okay? So we're going to write down questions that are often asked and replies that you'll get from us. So we don't stand there and waste time. Somebody could already grab the lamp off the shelf for that matter, okay? Um, we're going to say, we offer investment opportunities. They're going to say, oh, okay, well, what kind of investment opportunities do you offer? Or is this about investing in new companies and stuff like that? That's generally a question that's going to get asked. So, what we're going to do, we're going to go straight to our Who, What, When, Why, and Where books.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And we're going to say, we like to find something that will be suitable for you at your leisure, something that will collect itself so far as rent. So we're going to say you don't have to invest in a company. You can get housing and have it rent to buy or put it in classifieds, whatever. And if you don't want to deal directly with the people who are renting out the property, we have companies where they'll go to and pay the rent, such and such properties. You go to them and they, of course, pay you. Okay? Question number 2, how can I get a new car? I'm tired of driving 5-year-old cars for a kind of a beige amount. And so what we're going to say is, we're going to skip to say, we're not going to say that's expensive. Why? We have to know what's been often said, what's typically going to be the reply. And so we're going to say, well, the most successful way to own a vehicle would be to get an electric car. We're going to keep them up with the current. They have $10,000 electric cars that also go on gas. Okay, we'll leave it at 5 questions. Number 3, they're gonna say, hey, I have always wanted to own an antique car that falls under the same category. And we're going to say, what about yoga studios and gym studios, and are those successful if I hired somebody? People are kind of interested in those because those have been survival strategies of people who wanted to keep themselves occupied to fill their day. They wanted to keep their body in shape and stuff like that. So we're going to skip the thinking method. I know what you're thinking. Something besides yoga, something besides gym, something besides book clubs. People don't want to have to work out. That's just something that they do on a general basis. So we're going to offer medications that they can take, such as fish oils, vitamins, things of that nature. Okay? Tell them that naturally does that for the body.
Sorry.
Question number 4 is going to be, how can I have mass counterproductive employees and count on them being there if I decide to hire a small group of employees that will, and they'll say, oh, okay, so you don't want to invest in business, you actually want to start a business. So entrepreneurship is something that's a fad. It comes and goes, but a lot of people have actually created a name for themselves by that way. So there's a wide spectrum to that. And what we're going to say is, if you're thinking about starting a smart business, we're going to skip the telemarketing part because that they already know the ropes around that. And we're going to say, why don't we have a hotline for suicide? A hotline for suicide. How are they going to make money off that? No, that's usually free calling. Hold on, skip that. But it has something to do with calls per minute usually works. Okay. That's what the psychics, they've been around for about 4 decades based on that. So they're going to say, if I hire a few employees, like maybe 10, and I have to put them on the payroll, how does that work? what, I saw this commercial about putting your payroll on there and getting someone to do it. How do I know if the numbers are right? So you'll step in and say, hey, first of all, you skip past payroll and skip straight to what they want to know. And what we're going to say is we offer something you can do where they have to pay like 99 cents, $1.99 to $2.99 a minute. So they're going to say, and they're going to be interested. And what we're going to say is they are tutoring classes over the phone. A lot of people need them to pass their course. And we're also going to say they need usually they have tech support and stuff like that. So but what we're going to do is we're going to go straight to technology, which is something they think that we lacked in up until now. So for technology, we're going to say they're going to ask about TikTok. They're going to ask about a blog, and they're going to ask about what was the other one? TikTok, a blog, and tweet. Okay. So usually, where their downfall is on a computer, which is a bonus for us, is that they have to speak with a live person on the computer. Though there's no telephone number that they can call. That's where we come in at, and we're going to help you with TikTok, tweet, blog, and this is what you do. And they said it seems pretty self-explanatory. Well, it's not. You have to have an account. We're going to give them advice on how to set it up and so on and so forth. Okay. So that's our fourth question. What was our first question? How do we hire a team full of people? So they'll get a small office and work from there from 9 to 5. They'll do tweets, Twitter. They'll do blogs, and just to make sure, we always want to have a side project to say that's not all that we do. And so we're also, they have too many art museums, right? You can go pick up good art anywhere. But also what we'll do is we can we're gonna say, how about what was it, TVs? We're gonna talk about shoe places where you can go to get your shoes redone. That's a bad idea. I was thinking about TVs and stuff like that, but I mean, those shops are out there. So we'll do workshop, and we'll talk about individual, what do you say? Blocks that needs to be done so they can have a unique individual piece. Some of them like to make them souvenirs. Some people like to sell those. Why? Because when there's only one, somebody's usually got to have it. It's usually done in an artistic manner. It's just for viewing display. Sometimes the museums can be interested in it. Also, businesses like to put fancy things to help decorate their offices and stuff. It brings people in to start opening the doors to communications. Okay, so we'll do workshops, and that's it. Anything you guys can come up with after that, take it away. And then the fifth question is going to be, so we have the first question, if everybody can recall, is about investing in investments, and it really wasn't in the business. It was about invest. So we got the yoga, not the yoga, but we have investing in So just remember what I said, okay? All right, just play it back. Good, at the same time. All right, and the fifth question is going to be, and then Smirskov, I need the top guy. If you can stay after about 30 minutes to try to come up, because we already got 5 questions, make it a, how many page lines are there? 26. Okay, so make it 25 questions, and then I'm sure he'll hook you up for that. Okay, thanks. So for the fifth question, it's going to be, oh, and remember how we said the fish oils and stuff. Okay, so the fifth question is going to be, we're going to say grooming. Okay, so they already have pet grooming out there, which has been popular business. We're going to groom our kids, and we're going to take them to etiquette classes. We're going to do piano lessons. They said, what's another way to invest? So 4 and 5 kind of collide together. We're going to say we're going to know people that have piano lessons. It's $1.99 a minute to talk over, and then if you want to meet, things like that. Etiquette classes, knowing the difference between a fork and a salad, the soup spoon, and all that. What to wear, what hairstyle looks good, what you're wearing, how you should sit, what conversation is important, stuff like that. Okay. So that's the fifth question. So in conclusion to that, we're going to have, I'm not going to make a call about this. You got me on YouTube. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sweetie. Go ahead, baby.
Okay.
All right. And then finally, we have, let's do, what did you say, memorabilia? How about, I'm gonna go with outside yard work because I've got nothing. It's a hustle. Everybody's doing this. About time we jump on the bandwagon with that. Okay, so usually they know a lawn guy you can call. They know a flower guy you can call. The Boy Scouts are out there. The Girl Scouts out there, and it dawned on me. This is something that is done seasonally, and everybody always participates in it. It's like the hardest hustle, so to speak, but you really can't knock one, and it occurs. It occurs all the time. So, what we're going to do to beat them at that is get a little bit of. We're going to talk about fixing products and stuff at home is what we'll do. We'll do home improvement. So it'll be $1.99 a minute to walk them through it. And then how to fix a leaky pipe, how to change a tire. We'll do, what glue works best, Gorilla Glue. How do you knit? We got Duo and video phones, or Facebook phone, and we'll show them how to knit. People are into that, and then how to sew on a sewing machine. Okay, so that's the second bell. Sorry I'm late. Smirskov, he's going to end it with the 5 sentences as well, but anyway, that's the bell. Okay.